Raes, welcome back to my channel. It's Rae. If you're new here, welcome. Today I am going to be sharing with you some of the products that I hate from brands that I love. So just to play on words, I don't necessarily hate them, but I definitely don't like them, and I definitely probably will not be repurchasing them. They just didn't work for me. So it's not a lot, it's just a few that I have, but I want to go ahead and share with you what those products are. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first product that I want to share with you is from a brand that you know that I love, Camille Naturals. I love their curl milk. I love their Algae deep, the Algae Renew deep conditioner. I love the Curl Aid moisture butter. I love their deep conditioners from the Around the World collection. I love a lot of Camille products, Camille natural products. Now, I did try one. I picked this up, I believe around Black Friday or something like that, and I tried using it. I tried using it on 2 different occasions, and both times I just didn't like it. I kept holding on to it because I said, let me try it again, but I don't like it. I think I got a bad batch, and if that is the case, then sorry, too bad, because I did reach out to the company to see if it was a bad batch. I told them what happened, you know, what the product looks like and so forth, and I didn't hear anything back. Now, I love your company, Camille Naturals. I talk about you all the time on my channel. I link all your products down in my description box for my subscribers and everything. And the fact that you didn't respond, that doesn't sit well with me. But anyway, the product that I hate or dislike from the brand that I love is the Camille Neroli Blossom Cleansing Milk with cashew milk and orange blossom. It's for elongation. It looks like this. It may be hard to see because of the white packaging, but it looks like that. And I picked this up, you know, for one, because guys, I love co-washes. This kind of reminded me of a co-wash because it's a cleansing milk, and I believe she had 3 different kinds. I really wanted another one. I think it may have been Rose or something like that, but they were out. This is the one that they had in stock at the time that I tried to purchase, and I did hear some good things about this one online as well. I mean, it smells okay. It smells a little bit like orange and mixed with something else. My problem with it is that I don't feel like it had any slip. I don't feel like it really cleansed my hair, and the texture of it is gross. So when you pull it out, I don't know if you can see that or not. Give it a little bit more. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it looks like curdled milk. So I had an issue with that. So it was hard for me to get out of the package at first because it was just so thick. I had to take the top off and bang it in my hand for it to come out, and it was curdled even when it was thicker, because, you know, it was a little bit cooler around the time that I purchased it. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe, I don't know. So now that it's warmer out, it's thinner. It can actually come out of the top, but it's still curdled and it still doesn't work. So I don't know, guys. If you have used the Neroli Blossom Cleansing Milk with cashew milk and orange blossom, and you liked it and yours was not curdled, maybe I did get a bad batch, but I'm not going to try it again. I'm not going to reach out again because I reached out and they didn't answer, so it wasn't that big of a deal to them, obviously. So I will not be repurchasing this product, and I'm going to keep my opinion as it is, that it's not a good product for me, and I do not recommend this product. So that's that. But I love Camille Naturals' other products. Their original line, I love most of the products from that original line. So the next product that I hate from a brand that I love is the Allocate Naturals Wake Me Up Curl Refresher. It looks like this. Guys, I love Allocate Naturals too. I love the lemongrass Hold It gel. I love the twisting butter, the lemongrass twisting butter, because I like to put it underneath the gel. I recently used the Creme Brulee. I thought that it worked pretty well. It's just that it's too small of a container for all the hair that I have, but it's not a bad product. The leave-in, the lemongrass leave-in, I like it. It's starting not, I used to love it. Now I just like it. It doesn't quite give me what it used to give me for whatever reason. I don't know. But I like Allocate Naturals. I love the Dolce Curl Milk or whatever she has. I love that. But this, pick this up because everybody rant and raved about it. It's supposed to smell so good. It's supposed to give so much moisture and everything. And I mean, it smells fruity. Most of her products do smell good. They smell very sweet and candy-ish or candy-like. But this, to me, I don't like it. For one, I mean, it is thicker than water, but I don't like that it squirts out in a stream like that versus being, you know, in a spray to reach most of your hair. It is somewhat, you know, a thicker consistency, as you can see, but when it goes on your hair, it goes on in streams, and it sits on your hair like this. It doesn't necessarily soak in, so you got these big globs of this pink stuff in your hair, and then, you know, now you're trying to scrunch it in, and to me, it frizzes out the hair. It does not moisturize and keep the hair from frizzing out, in my opinion. I feel like it's very sticky, so I don't like to touch it and scrunch, because then my hands are sticky, and I just don't feel like it gives the moisture that everybody says that it gives. I'm not one to really try to refresh my wash and goes anyway. I usually will redo my wash and goes, but there are times where I've had, you know, maybe a not so great wash and go with a gel that made my hair feel a little bit dry after, you know, second day or third day, and I might try to stretch it and just want to go in and add a little bit of moisture to it. So I tried the refresher spray because everybody talks about it again, and yeah, don't care for it. I'm probably not going to continue to use it, so this is probably going to go into the giveaway pile. Another product that I hate from a brand that I love is the Eden Body Works Almond and Marshmallow Hydration Serum. It looks like this. Now this has been in my to be used up pile way back before the end of the year, end of last year. I had a whole lot of stuff that I said I wanted to use up by the end of the year. I got through a lot of it, but not all of it. This was in that pile. And as you can see, I still have not used it. Now, one of you did tell me that how to use this, and I can't remember what you said. I don't know if you said use it under some gel or something, but you told me to use it some type of way, and I said I will probably try that. So that's why I've been holding on to it. And yeah, I mean, the way that I've used it under wash and goes, I just didn't care for it. I don't feel like it really added anything to my wash and go. So I'm probably not going to repurchase, but what I will do is hold on to it, and I'm going to look up that comment and see how you told me to use it, and I might try to use it up that way and see if that works. And if it does, maybe I'll change my mind. But right now, I'm going to say that, yeah, I don't really care for this. But I love Eden's Body Works. You know that I love their coconut cold wash. Yeah, but yeah, I love Eden's Body Works, but not this. So getting down to it, the next product that I hate from a brand that I love is the Obian Naturals Curl Hydration Spray. And it looks like this, guys. Another refresher spray. I've tried it as a leave-in, didn't really work. I tried it as a refresher spray, really didn't work. And if you see a pattern here, you are seeing a pattern that I am really not into refresher sprays. When I had a TWA, I used them a little bit more to plump up my curls when my hair was real short. They worked okay for that, but I never felt like I got a whole lot of moisture from refresher sprays. I just did it because that's what, you know, everybody was using, and it did kind of reactivate the product and the curls and make them plump up after being smushed from sleeping on them. But they all have always kind of given me a little bit of frizz. So never been really into them, but I kept trying to use them, Guess what? I'm not trying to use them no more. I'm done with trying to use refresher sprays. There was one more that I wanted to try from Camille Rose. I think it's the lavender spray or something like that, that people were raving about. And when I tried to get it on Black Friday, it was sold out. And guess what? I'm giving up. I don't even want to try it because it's going to do the same thing that all these do, which is nothing for me. So, but I love Obian Naturals. You guys know I love their curl enhancing custard, their leave-in. I love their twisting butter, the heavy cream of theirs. All those products I love. I just don't care for this, and I will not be repurchasing. It's still fairly full too, so this will be in a giveaway pile too. So I don't know, you guys who love refresher sprays, more power to you. I don't care for them, my hair doesn't care for them, or whatever. So on that note, let's keep continuing with refresher spray. So the next product that brand that I love, but the product that I hate from that brand is the As I Am Restore and Repair Jamaican Black Castor Oil Water. You guys have talked this up and talked this up and talked this up, and in my opinion, it ain't nothing but some water and oil, which of course is what it is. But again, it does not really refresh my hair. It doesn't add any moisture because, for one, it has oil in it, and oil on top of my hair don't mix anyway. That's not something that I really care for. But it just frizzes out the curls. It really don't do anything, and it doesn't add any moisture, and I don't like it. Now, what I do love, if y'all can see this, I like this spray bottle. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm not giving this away. If I give away the content in it, I'm gonna put it in a different bottle if somebody wants to try it, one of my, family members. But, or I'll continue to spray it on my son's hair, or, just to wet his hair and help detangle it or something like that. But I'm gonna keep this spray bottle, and if I can, I think I'm gonna try to get this label off of it. And this is going to be my water bottle because I love the spray on. I love how much comes out. I love that it's, you can pump it. It's not necessarily one of these. This has a nice spray on it too, but it's slower. It's a mister. A lot less water comes out. So if there's a time when I need a lot of water and I want my hair to get wet quicker, I want to use this spray bottle. And then other times when I just need a little bit of a mist, then I'll use the mister bottle. But yes, I love the bottle on this. So they get an A+ for me on the bottle and this nozzle here, but the contents inside it, I can do without. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. You guys love this stuff, but not me. Now, a few other things I want to show you. Is kind of getting away from hair products, but it's still brands that I love. Not necessarily hair care products, but just other brands that I love, and products that I don't care for from the brand. So I'm gonna share that with you too, since I'm in this. So of course I love the Vaseline brand. I just did a video not too long ago about things I'm loving right now. I'll link the video here, and in that video was the Vaseline oil, but it is in a more of a gel. It's more of a gel oil. I like that, love it, rubbing on my body and everything. And it's probably gonna be in the empty soon because I'm done with it. But I tried the Vaseline Intensive Care Spray Moisturizer, the Cocoa Radiant. It's supposed to moisturize and absorb in seconds to help heal dry skin, and it's non-greasy like this. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. This thing is full. I've used it a few times. You shake it up, you spray it on your body. I'll show you what it looks like. So it comes out white like that. You spray it on, you rub it in. But it feels like water. It feels like you're rubbing water on your skin. It doesn't moisturize. I don't feel any moisture at all. on my skin. It just feels like water to me. And when it dries, your skin looks dull. It has no shine to it. And it just feels dry. It feels like you sprayed water on your skin and that's it. So I always felt like I had to go in with some other type lotion or body butter or something like that. So no, this does not work. I don't care for it. It does say non-greasy, which it is, because it don't give you anything. So yeah, don't like this. But you guys know Vaseline has been in people's families for centuries, okay? From the Vaseline to put on cuts, scrapes, to put on your lips back in the day, to, you know, ash up dirt, you know, elbows and bottoms of feet and put socks on and soften them up. You know, I love some Vaseline, but not this. So that's out. Will not be repurchasing that. The next thing is a few items of makeup that I want to share now. These items are from Milani. I like Milani. I love their baked blushes. I love their bronzers. Have a few of them over here in my stash. Love Milani. But what I don't like are their eyeshadow palettes. If you can see that, you see it's broken. See it? And I don't care for their regular blush. Their powder blushes. Because they do this. Now, I've had other Milani palettes that broke and cracked like this as well. Just went on, threw them away, didn't really complain about them. Got more, they did the same thing. So yes, they need to work on their formulation. I don't know what it is, but the eyeshadows crack. I didn't drop these. They just started cracking for no reason. You go to open them up and they're cracked. It's like, what is going on? So yeah, I don't care for these. I haven't had this problem with their baked blushes or their bronzers, like I said, but these powder compacts, don't care for, will not be repurchasing their eyeshadows or their blushes. I don't feel like their eyeshadows have a lot of pigment anyway. I don't feel like they blend well, so I won't be repurchasing any, you know, in the near future at least. Now, they could change, they could get better, and I might give them a try again because I do like Milani, but yeah, so far these are a no. And then last but not least, I have a couple of mascaras, one from Wet n Wild, which I love. I like Wet n Wild's price tag for one, and I like their lip liners. They're pretty good and they're usually really long, and you can get them for a very inexpensive price. But I do not care for this Mega Volume mascara. Felt like it didn't last very long at all. Felt like I had to put on a lot of coats to get the look that I wanted. Just didn't really care for it, so I won't be repurchasing it. And nor will I be repurchasing the Maybelline Colossal Volume mascara. So Maybelline is another line that I like. Affordable, you can get it anywhere. I love the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. It is one of my favorites. I love the Maybelline highlighters. Those are really nice. And of some of their other mascaras, I just don't care for this one. I don't care for it. For one, I feel like the brush is a little bit thicker than I like it to be. Again, it just comes out kind of messy. If you can see it all around here, you get what you pay for sometimes. So, and that's what happened with this one. It was just to me, and it just seems like it globbed up on your eyes a little bit and stuff, and I didn't care for that. So yeah, so won't be repurchasing that. So guys, I think that is it for what I wanted to bring to you today. Not a whole lot of stuff, a few hair products, a few makeup products, but these are from brands companies that I really like. I really enjoy a lot of their products. I just did not care for these particular ones that I showed you, so I would not be repurchasing. If you guys have any of these products and you like them, let me know which ones you have below in the comment section, and let me know what you like about them and how you use them, and maybe you can change my mind. So yeah, that is it for the products that I am disliking from companies or brands that I love. If you have some products that you just don't necessarily like from a company or a brand that you absolutely love, share that with us in the comment section below. It's just neat to see how, you know, brands can be some of your favorites, and then they make that one product that is just like, what in the world? So yeah, I'd be interested to know what products that you are hating from brands that you're loving. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Make sure you thumbs up this video so I know that you want to see more content like this. And until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.